What's up guys, Skittlerampage here. So today we're going to be talking about some Funko Pops that I think are going to be at New York Comic Con 2020. Let's check it out. Okay guys, so I literally spent like 3 or 4 hours just putting this together. Like I literally have a page and a back page and another page, a lot of scribbles and things like that. So I went through a lot of old Funko News videos and things like that, of old pop lists and things like that, of things that are going to come soon anyways, and maybe some might pop up at Nycc. I also took some from SDCC that ended up not being at San Diego Comic Con this year, and maybe it ended up being changed to a New York Comic Con exclusive, so that would be really cool. So we have different categories such as anime, Marvel, DC, TV shows, ad icons, miscellaneous, retro toys, all kinds of stuff. So this might be a little bit of a long video, so make sure to stick around. I also want to tell you guys, while I have you here, to make sure to join the Facebook group and Discord. They are really great communities over there. They are buy, sell, and trade, and you can make a lot of cool friends. Also, make sure to check out the Patreon, guys. Help support the channel. You guys can get Patreon-only videos. You guys can get Patreon gifts just for supporting the channel. All that's down below, as well as make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and click that subscription and notification bell so you stick around for daily videos and all kinds of cool updates. Okay guys, New York Comic Con 2020 Funko Pop speculation video. So a lot of people wanted me to make this video, so here it is. So I kind of want to start off with the Nickelodeon ones that I went with. Some of the shows that I thought might get pops, because they've been doing a lot of Nickelodeon pops lately, and they actually have a lot more Nickelodeon pops out than I thought they originally did. So first up guys, we have Legend of Korra. Now I personally haven't watched the show, so I didn't really go deep into this as to who the characters are, because I don't know who is a popular character in that. Maybe we'd get another variation of Korra as an exclusive. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know any of the characters enough to say, oh, this person is super popular and enough to be a Comic Con exclusive. So another one would be Fairly Odd Parents. Would be really awesome to see at New York Comic Con. And Timmy, Wanda, and Cosmo, obviously the main three. Maybe Jorgen Von Strangle, the fairy, like, you know, guard dude. Another one would be Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I know a lot more about Avatar: The Last Airbender than I do Korra, or Legend of Korra. So I was thinking maybe Fire Lord Ozai would be a really cool exclusive. Now we do have that new Zuko where he's kind of like performing lightning, and that's supposed to maybe be a Funko Shop exclusive. We don't really know yet. It has an international sticker, and it was spotted at Funko HQ. However, they could change that last minute and make it a New York Comic Con exclusive. We don't know, so that's a possibility. Then we also have maybe Zuko Blue Spirit Mask. I thought that would be kind of interesting, because they seem to make Zuko a popular character now. Obviously, he is a popular character. Another one, maybe King Boomy. Now, a couple of these are maybe reaching on, because I don't even know if they're going to keep expanding on the Avatar: The Last Airbender line. Another one would be Combustion Man. And that one's kind of funny. It's like Sparky Boom Man, I believe Sokka called him. So I figured that might be a little cool one as well. So those are a few from the Avatar line that I figured maybe they might make. There's a couple more that I'm sure, but I feel like maybe Fire Lord Ozai and another Zuko variant would be one of the main things, or maybe an Aang variant. Maybe him with like the hair. That'd be a cool little variant. Moving on to Nickelodeon, guys, we have Drake and Josh. Drake and Josh pops would be awesome to be made, and I feel like making them, you know, New York Comic Con exclusives, maybe a 2-pack would be fantastic, personally speaking at least. Also Rugrats pops. So there's been rumors about some new Rugrats pops coming anyways, so maybe to just make it a random con exclusive. Maybe a Kimmy pop, maybe a Susie, a Phil and Lil 2-pack would be really cool. And lastly, guys, for Nickelodeon, I said Jimmy Neutron. Now, Jimmy Neutron pops, I feel like they're just long overdue. Who doesn't love Jimmy Neutron? And I feel like it would sell very, very well, because, you know, Jimmy Neutron's very beloved. So I would love to buy Jimmy Neutron. I would buy Jimmy, Carl, Sheen. It would be an awesome set. It really would. So that is it for Nickelodeon that I personally think. But let me know down below what you think Nickelodeon pops could end up at New York Comic Con 2020. Moving on, guys, we're going to do Cartoon Network next. So for Cartoon Network, I picked a few as well. I was thinking maybe Billy and Mandy. So we could maybe have Billy and Mandy, we could have Grem, or we could have a 3-pack of all 3 of them. I think that would be really unique and neat. Another one would be Courage the Cowardly Dog. Personally, I think they're sleeping on the fact that they could make a Courage the Cowardly Dog line. I think they need to try to get that license, because there's so many different variants they could make. There's so many different evil bad guys in this show. There's already the 3 main like characters right there: Courage, Eustace, and oh god, what's her name? It's It's been so long. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've seen these shows, but these are definitely classics. But Muriel, I remembered her name, Muriel. Muriel, Eustace, and Courage. That'd be great for 3 main characters. Another great one for Cartoon Network would be Ed, Edd, and Eddy. That would automatically have to be a 3-pack. Like, I would accept 3 separate pops, but honestly, that should be a 3-pack in itself. That'd be really neat. And of course, maybe the 3 sisters as well as the 3-pack. That'd be really neat too. Another one would be Ben 10. Funko, what are you doing? Ben 10. We gotta see some Ben 10 at New York Comic Con, because there's endless possibilities for his aliens. Endless possibilities. That's so much money right there. I don't know what they're doing. I feel like we should be working at Funko and not, I don't know. And lastly, for Cartoon Network, guys, I picked Johnny Test. I feel like Johnny Test is probably popular enough to get its own pop line. However, I know there are plenty of other Cartoon Network shows, plenty of other good ones. Like, I'm not downgrading anything. There are plenty of other ones, but I felt like this was a good narrowed down list. But let me know down below what you think for Cartoon Network for this year. Moving on, guys, we have Marvel. So Marvel was a little tricky because Marvel's kind of been all over the place. They've had a lot of the zombie pops coming out, a lot of the 80 years line and things like that. So I picked for Marvel, the New Mutants movie just recently came out, and I wouldn't be surprised if they end up making a New Mutants line. I don't think it would sell very well, like, at all, because the movie was god-awful. If you guys want to see a review, you guys can check it out on my other channel, Luminous Zero, if you want to look it up. That's where I've been doing reviews and things like that. But yeah, the New Mutants, I think they might make a pop line for that. I personally wouldn't buy it, because that, oh god, I can't, don't even get me started on that movie, okay? Another one would be Marvel Zombies, some more exclusives for that. We recently got the Magneto, which was a Funko Shop exclusive for Funkoween. And I'm thinking maybe Doctor Doom, because they have the old Doctor Doom molds. For the recent one, the God Doom that just came out, they could probably reuse that somehow. Another one would be Red Hulk. They could totally use the Hulk mold and turn it red, just paint it red. They do it all the time. Another one would be Daredevil. Now, Daredevil, I say that because it's supposed to come out anyways, and we haven't seen it. I don't even think we've seen images of it yet. So it could just randomly show up at New York Comic Con, I feel like. So another one, and this one kind of ties into games, which would be for Fortnite. So Fortnite is having a whole new Marvel line coming out, and for skins and things like that. So I'm thinking maybe they make some Fortnite pops, like She-Hulk, Groot, Storm, Wolverine, Doom, Thor, and Mystique. So that is all the skins that are supposed to be coming out for Marvel, and I feel like maybe that could tie into Fortnite. Now, there's a bunch of other Fortnite characters that could go to New York Comic Con. However, I don't think they're going to do any Fortnite for this, because they just did a Fortnite pop for SDCC. That's just my personal opinion, but Fortnite is one of their best-selling lines, so we could see some Fortnite there, but I think it might be one of these Marvel new skins. Next up, guys, we have DC. So DC was a little tricky as well, just because there's been a lot of movies coming out this year, but a lot of movies delayed as well. And there's a ton of different DC characters they can make. Don't get me wrong, there's a ton, but as far as, there's just so many characters. It's endless, so it's really hard to narrow down something. So I kind of narrowed it down to some of the movies coming out and the games as well. So, of course, Batman. There's going to be something Batman, whether it be a villain, whether it be Batman himself, the under characters of Batman, the Bat family, Joker, whatever. Something Batman. We could see another Chrome Batman. They love their Chrome Batmans. It might be, I don't know. I don't know what color it would be, because I feel like they've used them all. Another one would be Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman was supposed to actually be a SDCC exclusive, and it turned out to not end up being one. This one was where she was like throwing her tiara, I think, and lasso, something like that. Lasso and tiara, something like that. So we could end up seeing a Wonder Woman here. And I was thinking Wonder Woman 1984, we maybe might see an exclusive from that movie, but they have done a lot from that line. But then again, it is Funko. So another one from DC I was thinking was Nightwing, and I say Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, and Red Hood. I think maybe we could see a new line of all of those characters just because of the new game coming out of Gotham Knights, where Batman's kind of dead in the game and things like that. So if you haven't seen that trailer, it's really good. I recommend you check it out. And that also ties into Court of Owls. Maybe we could see a Court of Owls villain there. That would be super cool to see one of the Court of Owls, like masked villain there. I think that'd be really, really unique as a villain to add to the DC line. And of course, there's a ton of other DC villains they could make, but I'm hoping for something new to see there. So another one is Black Adam. Obviously, we just got a Black Adam pop. I don't think we know who the Black Adam, like, obviously he's the villain, but I don't know who Black Adam's gonna end up fighting? Like, what's gonna happen in the movie? So obviously there's gonna be some other characters, and I feel like they're gonna kind of expand upon that line and make a movie line of those pops. So maybe we might see an official trailer by then, and then Funko might release a line. I don't know. But I think something Black Adam might come there, but like I said, this is just my personal opinion on this video. Another one would be Morbius. So Morbius isn't set to come out until next year. However, we could get an updated mold maybe. Jared Leto is playing Morbius. I recently saw the trailer in theaters. I didn't even know it was coming out, but I figured why not? I know this one's a little bit of a reach, but I figured maybe we might get an updated Morbius mold. Now this one is kind of expected. Venom. Like anything Venom, really. I couldn't really narrow this down because there's so many Venomized characters, so like what character hasn't been Venomized? So I'm thinking maybe Venom something from the Venom movie or something Venomized, just some kind of symbiote, because there's been a ton this year, so I would not be surprised if one ends up at New York Comic Con. And then lastly, no, we got two more. I'm thinking Joker from the Joaquin Phoenix, I believe that's how you say his name. That movie, I'm thinking, I don't know why we haven't gotten Joker pops. I know they're treating it as kind of outside of the DC universe and not really in Batman's universe and things like that. However, I think maybe we're long overdue for pops from that movie, and they would sell very well. The movie did very well. Obviously, there's a lot of fans of it. I still haven't seen it personally. I do want to check it out, but as far as the reviews and things, I got like mixed reviews from a lot of people, so that's kind of what's been stopping me from seeing the movie. If I should watch it, let me know down below. Anyways, last but not least for this list, I'm thinking a Justice League New Wave, maybe Darkseid to add to that Justice League line, because, you know, the Zack Snyder cut is coming out, and we get a little glimpse of Darkseid, so maybe we might get a new Darkseid pop. I was figuring. That one's a bit of a reach as well, but I figured maybe. Next up, guys, we have Disney. So Disney, I'm figuring something Alien remix. I was thinking Woody. We don't have a 4-inch pop of the Woody, I believe. We only have a 10-inch pop of him. So I'm thinking maybe they're saving that for New York Comic Con, possibly for Disney. And I'm also thinking like maybe an Alien remix, like flocked version or a metallic version, a scented version, glow in the dark, something, you know? Something Alien remix will end up at New York Comic Con. I can feel it in my bones because they are milking that line like crazy. Another one is the movie Soul. So it has not come out yet. However, there is a set of the pops already out. Not for sale, of course, but it is on pre-order, and it is it's 4 pops. So maybe we could see an exclusive. That one's a bit of a reach because they haven't announced anything else. Just the 4 pops, and they're all commons. No exclusives yet, so it's possible, but we'll see. Another one for Disney is one of the Disney 65th anniversary exclusives. Now, there is a ton of those already coming out, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a 65th anniversary exclusive there, because they've just been recently releasing. So a lot of them are going to probably be exclusive to Disney itself and that Disney Park sticker. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Disney Parks exclusive, but maybe part of that 65th anniversary line, we could see something there. And then I think lastly, oh no, I have a few more actually, my bad. Lilo and Stitch. I'm thinking Lilo and Stitch, we could see maybe a Stitch variant, or what I put down was a Jumba, my bad, and Pleakley, I haven't heard their names in a while, but Jumba and Pleakley 2-pack. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry if I butchered their names. It's been a while since I've seen Lilo and Stitch, but maybe a 2-pack for them. That'd be kind of cool. Also, I was thinking maybe Peter Pan. I feel like this one was kind of like one of those out there types of things, and kind of like maybe I'll catch Funko on a whim and we'll see some Peter Pan pops, like updated molds. Another one, this one was definitely reaching, is Narnia, the Chronicles of Narnia. I loved the movies growing up, and I could still watch them to this day. However, I don't know if we'll ever get Narnia pops. I really don't. I feel like I saw a list with Narnia pops on it a while back. I really feel like it, but I feel like maybe I might have confused it with something else. But Narnia pops, I feel like would sell very well. And then lastly on this list is The Princess and the Frog. I think maybe The Princess and the Frog could come. I don't know if we have pops of The Princess and Frog yet. Do we? Someone let me know down below, or I'll look after the video, of course. But Princess of the Frog, I'm thinking maybe we might get some pops of that. Next up, guys, we have Star Wars. So Star Wars was a little bit tough for me to do research on because I am not the biggest Star Wars fan out there. I couldn't probably even name probably 10 Star Wars characters that are like uncommon. So Star Wars, I kind of narrowed it down the best I could to the Child, because they have milked that pop unbelievably. I'm thinking maybe a flocked. I don't think a flocked has come out, or a chrome for New York Comic Con, because they probably have so many leftover molds for that. And then I'm also thinking something Boba Fett or Kylo Ren. I'm just taking a guess here. Maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi, maybe Luke Skywalker, variants, things like that. But I'm thinking Boba Fett or the Child as my main two that something's going to be there. But obviously Star Wars is going to show up. Star Wars is one of their best-selling lines, period. And I just, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan, so it was really hard for me to know some of the characters and know who might be popular or who might show up. Next up, guys, we have The Office. So The Office I kind of had fun with. I went through a lot of videos of like Jim doing pranks to Dwight and vice versa, and a lot of just, you know, one of those YouTube clips on The Office, so from different seasons. So first up, I believe we don't have a Creed Bratton pop, so I figured maybe he might make an appearance. And with Creed, there's a ton of different variants they could make. They could make Creed with the Joker makeup. They could just make normal Creed. There's a bunch they could make. Another one would be Oscar. I don't think we have an Oscar pop. I know we have like an Oscar little mini, like a Funko mini, but I don't think we have a full-size Oscar pop, so maybe they're saving it for New York Comic Con, possibly. Another one would be Dwight Recyclops version 3. So this is where he's in the black suit, full robot suit. I'm really thinking this one. Like, I am honestly thinking this one because they have made the other two, so why wouldn't they? Or maybe they'll save it as an exclusive randomly. I really don't know. Another one would be Dwight in officer uniform. So this is when he's being... when he's interviewing everybody about the drugs he found in the parking lot. That would be kind of interesting. Another one would be Snowman Dwight. I believe he hid in a snowman at one point. I think so, because this is between when Dwight had the snowball fight with Jim. I'm thinking, I don't remember if he hid in the snowball or if that's just when Jim was beating up all the snowmen thinking Dwight was in the snowman. So I might have that one confused, so kind of give that one a 50-50. So another one would be a Michael, Jim, and Dwight 3-pack. So what that means is this is when they're all going to the Utica branch and they're going to like steal, or no, they're going to like steal the printer and trash it because they don't want Stanley to get taken. And I'm thinking all of them in the worker uniforms with mustaches on. That's what I'm thinking. That would be a really cool 3-pack, and I feel like it would sell pretty well. Another one would be Ryan in his blonde hair. Now, do we have a Ryan pop? I really don't even know. Like, the Office line is so big already. That's what she said. That I feel like maybe we don't even have Ryan yet, but maybe a Ryan pop if we don't, and then if we do, a Ryan with blonde hair variant. And lastly, guys, maybe Vampire Jim. That would be a cool little variant where he, like, he's trying to convince Dwight that he was bit by the bat in the office and that he could just, you know, he's hearing things and seeing things and, you know, sensitive to light and things like that. I think that would be kind of cool. Let me know down below what you guys think for The Office this year. All right, for my anime fans, I know you guys have been waiting, so we have Dragon Ball Z / Super up first. So I narrowed it down to a few that I think maybe that Funko would make. So Kefla, first up, was supposed to be an SDCC exclusive, but it turned out to not be. So I'm thinking maybe Kefla this year. I would love to buy a Kefla pop. I would totally buy that all day. Another one would be just regular cauliflower, base form cauliflower. We have her as a Super Saiyan, so why not get her as a you know, regular? And they can definitely reuse the mold, maybe, and just paint the hair black, but I don't know if her hair is too much different in Super Saiyan form. I gotta look at a picture of her. I think it might be a little bit more down. I'm not entirely sure. Another one would be Super Saiyan God Vegeta. Where is he? They've made so many Vegeta variants, and we cannot get Super Saiyan God Vegeta for someone. Where is the SSG Vegeta? We have SSG Goku. So where's Vegeta? I don't know. That's just me. Another one would be Broly. So Broly, they could make Broly as a great ape. They could make Broly from the new movie. They could make a Broly base form. Like, there's just so many Brolys they can make. And I really want a new Broly. Like, I love the Broly, Super Saiyan Broly. I love the 6-inch pop, but I feel like we need a Broly from the new Dragon Ball Super movie. Another one would be Bardock. So Bardock was already rumored to come out, but we could see him at New York Comic Con, maybe. I don't know. But he also could end up being like a Hot Topic exclusive or Box Lunch or GameStop. We don't know. Another one would be Super Boo. Super Boo, we have all the other Boos. We have Kid Boo, we have Majin Boo, we have a Chocolate Boo, we have a Pink Chrome Boo. Super Boo? Super Boo, please? Like, we could get Super Boo, we could get Gotenks Infused, we could get Boohan, we could, there's so many. There's so many different variants. Do it, Funko. We want to see Super Boo, even though I love Kid Boo more. Another one would be Frost. Now, I say Frost because they could reuse a Frieza mold to make Frost. It'd be super easy for them, so I don't know why we haven't gotten Frost yet. And lastly, guys, I say Great Ape Gohan. They could totally use the Great Ape Goku mold and turn it into Great Ape Gohan. Like, they could totally do it, and people would buy it. So as far as Dragon Ball Z / Dragon Ball Super, those are the pops that I think will be coming there, and those are my best guess. Like, based off like the current molds we have and based off characters and things like that, I think those are going to be the ones. Moving on, we have My Hero Academia. So My Hero Academia, I had a little bit of fun with as well. So first up, we have Twice. So Twice is one of the villains in there. He's kind of like a knockoff of Deadpool and things like that. So that'd be interesting. A Nomu pop would be really, really awesome as well. Really hoping we get Nomu. I would totally buy that. Another one would be Muscular. I feel like Muscular is long overdue, and they could totally make that into a 6-inch pop, you know? Another one would be Deku 100%. And this is whether Deku with 100% with Eri on his back, or just Deku 100% would be really cool. And people would obviously buy that because he looks like God tier in that mode. He is God tier in that mode. Another one would be Kaminari, aka Denki. I feel like that's long overdue as well for that character. Another one would be Mineta. Everybody wants a Mineta pop. Everybody wants Mineta. You have no idea how many comments I get about Mineta. In the stream, I want Mineta. In my DMs, I want Mineta. In my Instagram comments, I want Mineta. Maybe. We might see Mineta. Alright, we are long overdue for Mineta. We could see him at SDCC, or New York Comic Con, my bad. What is wrong with me? Anyways, another one would be Lemillion. So Lemillion would be really cool as well. I feel like we're long overdue because we got the Mirio Togata mold here. But why haven't we got... I feel like we should have got Lemillion. That's just me personally. I think we should have got Lemillion over Mirio, and then eventually Mirio and just some other common wave set. Not Mirio as an exclusive. Like, why? So another one would be Gran Torino. I would love to buy a Gran Torino pop. That would be really, really cool. Another one would be Principal Nezu. I feel like we're long overdue for that character as well. I don't feel like that would be a super popular character to buy, but it's new, so I think people would buy it. Another one, Eri, of course. I feel like everybody wants Eri as a pop. Sir Night-Eye. Where's Sir Night-Eye? He's a really cool character. Kind of douchey at first, but he's a really cool character. All Might Young. I was thinking maybe All Might Young. They could totally use some mold here to make him look younger. And in the face and things like that. I feel like they could reuse a mold for that. That was just kind of like a... that one's on a whim. Because they might do another All Might. Probably not young. And then lastly, guys, we would have 10-inch Deku Full Cowling. So this one was supposed to be an SDCC exclusive as well. And I'm thinking maybe we could see it at New York Comic Con. It's a 10-inch pop and Deku Full Cowling. So it's basically this pop. I'll show you guys really quick. It's basically this one as a 10-inch. And it would be glow in the dark as well. That would be crazy. I'm not playing. That would be crazy. I would have to buy it to review. I would have to buy it to review. So that is what I think for My Hero Academia, but let me know down below what you guys think would come. Next up, guys, we have Pokemon. Now, Pokemon was super easy because they have flocked and made metallic variations of all of the current Pokemon, but these three, I believe, which is Rattata, Growlithe, and Cubone. I feel like they could make flocked variants of all of those. I feel like we are definitely going to see a flocked variant of one of them, a scented variant, metallic, glow-in-the-dark, something. They're going to do something for Pokemon. They always do. It's one of their best-selling lines as well, and they love to make flocked variants for some reason. Squirtle? Bulbasaur? Why? Why did you flock those? So, I feel like we're definitely going to see some Pokemon, but let me know down below what Pokemon you would like to see. I would love to see Lucario. That's just me, though. Next up, guys, we have Naruto. So Naruto, I personally don't think there's going to be any Naruto. We haven't had any SDCC or New York Comic Con, ECC, any con exclusives for Naruto yet. So I don't think we will see one there yet, because all the other lines practically have an exclusive. I don't know if it's like a licensing issue with Naruto, but literally Tokyo Ghoul has one, okay? Dragon Ball Z has one. My Hero Academia has one. I don't think Attack on Titan has one. So maybe it's not a licensing thing. Maybe it's just how they decide. I don't really know. But as far as Naruto, I'm thinking maybe one of the new pops. That's all I can think of. But as far as new characters, I really don't think there's going to be Naruto. But I'm sure there's some people out there who want Naruto to be there. So the new characters that are coming soon are Kabuto, Pain, Minato, Shikamaru, and Six Path Sage. If I had to take a wild guess, at who would be a New York Comic Con exclusive. Kabuto or Minato. Oh, there's also Kiba with Akamaru, my bad. I meant to mention that one. But I'm thinking Kabuto or Minato would be a New York Comic Con exclusive. But I highly doubt it's going to be there. But I just wanted to throw it in the video because I know there's going to be the people be like, what? No Naruto. I just don't think there's going to be a Naruto. I'm sorry. Next up, guys, we have Harry Potter. Now, Harry Potter was a little tough to narrow down just because there are like 140 pops in that line. There's a ton of different Harry variants, Hermione, Ron, Dumbledore, Hagrid, and all those. But this one was a little tough to narrow down, I will say. But for Harry Potter, I was able to find Cornelius Fudge. He has not been made yet. Now, I don't think it'd be crazy popular, but I think Harry Potter fans would buy it just as completionist, and he's an important character in the movie. Did I call it a show? If I called it a show, I'm sorry, but I think I said movie. Another one would be Aragog. So Aragog is the giant spider that Hagrid is friends with, excuse me. Now, I feel like that would be a really cool 6-inch pop. Now, would I buy it personally? No. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I don't collect the line, though. It's way too big. That's what she said. But Aragog, I think it'd be cool. I think it would sell well, but I find spiders disgusting. So if I was a Harry Potter fan, I wouldn't buy it. Another one would be Fluffy. Now, I don't mean the comedian. I know, I'm so funny. I could be a comedian myself. But Fluffy is the 3-headed dog that we see in Harry Potter, one of the creatures. I feel like that would be kind of cool. I think they could make it into 6-inch pop. Definitely not a 10-inch pop, but maybe a 6-inch pop or like a movie moment type. I think that'd be kind of interesting. Another one would be the Centaur Megori. And so the Centaur, that one is the one that speaks out to Umbridge first, I believe, and then she kind of tries to strangle him and things like that. Another one, and this one really surprised me. James and Lily Potter. I don't know how they have not been made yet. That is beyond me. There's 140 pops in the set, and they haven't made Harry's parents. They literally are super important to the movie because they made Harry. You know, they protected Harry from dying, and he's the boy who lived. So why isn't the boy who lives parents made into pops? I don't know. It confuses me. That's super weird. I looked on the Funko app. They're not there. So maybe James and Lily Potter. If they haven't made them by now, then they probably won't make them for a while. But out of all of these, I think Cornelius Fudge probably has the biggest opportunity because it's super easy to make. Next up, guys, we have horror. So horror was a little difficult as well because I'm not a big horror fanatic or a big horror movie watcher. I've watched a lot of horror movies, but I'm not just big on horror, you know? And so the first one would be Dr. Sleep. Now, Dr. Sleep I watched actually probably like a week after it came out. It was really good. I have not even, no. I have seen the regular Shining movie, but it was a very long time ago. It was like with a friend. Probably like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that, in high school. Well, my freshman year of high school, not like my 12th grade year. But my freshman year of high school, years ago, I saw the original Shining, and then they made this movie years later, which is kind of like a sequel. Dr. Sleep was fantastic. I would not be surprised if we ever see pops of it one day. It's a really good movie. Another one was Silent Hill. Now, Silent Hill, they haven't made the pops yet, but I feel like they'd sell very well. I feel like there's still a lot of Silent Hill fans. I haven't seen the movies because they look super cheesy to me, but I have seen all the games, for the most part. A few of them, at least. I watched the Rad Brad play, if you guys know who the Rad Brad play is. He's a big gamer. Who doesn't know him in the gaming community? But, yeah, Silent Hill, maybe, possibly. Another one would be Ghostface. So, we only have one Ghostface pop. So I'm thinking Scream, something. They could maybe expand on that. I don't really know. Another one would be the Leprechaun. So I feel like this one's reaching a little bit because we haven't seen anything related to the Leprechaun or we don't have any Leprechauns currently, so Leprechaun pops, I mean. So maybe that one's kind of a reach. Another one is Pennywise. I would not be surprised if there's Pennywise because they just love making their Pennywise pops. They love them. So Pennywise would not be surprising. Beetlejuice as well would not be surprising either. There's still variants they could make in that movie, I'm sure. And the last one would be Universal Monsters. So the Universal Monsters, they've actually made a couple as of recent for Walgreens, I believe. So, and like they made Dracula, Frankenstein, and a few others, and they made like the Minions into the Universal Monsters. So I'm thinking maybe we might see a couple more kind of like remade, maybe for New York Comic Con. We could see. Next up, guys, we have Ad Icons. So Ad Icons was a little rough as well. I kind of just threw this list together on a whim, I will say. So for this one, I said the McDonald's Fry Guys 2-pack. So why I said the McDonald's Fry Guys 2-pack is because we don't have an exclusive retailer for it yet. So for it to be a con exclusive for that McDonald's set, maybe, who knows? Another one would be Burger King. So I don't really know any other characters in Burger King than the King himself. So maybe Burger King himself, Mr. King. Another one would be the Nycc bunny. That'd be kind of interesting, but I don't feel like Funko makes too many new ad icons at cons like that. They like release them first and then make variants. We could see like a Kool-Aid Man variant, something like that, you know, something silly. Scented, that'd be kind of cool. Another one was Mr. Clean. So Mr. Clean, maybe. I don't really feel like Funko's gonna make that guy, but maybe. That's like saying the ShamWow guy. Don't think he's gonna be made. Another one is Wendy. So, you know, Wendy herself. Another one would be Applejacks. Maybe, you know, those two characters possibly. Another one would be Planter's Peanut. And then the last one I say is Bob's Big Boy Restaurant with Big Boy. I feel like this one could definitely be a New York Comic Con exclusive. Bob's Big Boy, the restaurant or whatever, was one of Funko's first like little products as like a bobblehead, I believe, when they first started. So I believe maybe, and it's supposed to be coming out anyways. So what better, you know, what better to make it a New York Comic Con exclusive, of course. So that is what I think for ad icons, but you guys can let me know down below what you think. Next up, guys, so this one I don't really have anything that I, you know, per se would be there. I really just kind of listed categories that could be there, and this is for Funko Pop sodas or Funko Pop enamel pens. I'm thinking maybe they might release something exclusive to New York Comic Con that you can only get there, not only get there, but that you can get on the Funko shop and things like that. So I was thinking maybe some ad icons, horror, pop games, pop rocks, DC, or pop movies. Something along the lines of that for the sodas or pens. I'm reaching a little bit on the pens. I don't think we'll see any pens, but we're definitely going to see some pop sodas because they've been milking the sodas. And then something you will never see for the sodas is Marvel, I believe. And I was looking at it, I was like, huh, they have no Marvel. And I thought about it, and I was thinking, why they don't have any Marvel is because they don't want to make it into a bobblehead. So I highly doubt we're going to see some little sodas for Marvel figures. Next up, guys, we have Pop Rocks. So a few of these were supposed to come out. They were on a list in a Funko News video I did not too long ago. So first up, well, not Pop Rocks, but like music kind of, you know, it's all kind of combined together. But we have Eminem. So Eminem is supposed to be coming out as a pop. Also 8 Mile. So maybe we might get a version of that, you know, in that movie of him. Another one is Elvis. So we have a few Elvis pops that are set to release as well, some new molds and things like that, so that might be interesting. Another one is Linkin Park, so those are supposed to have some pops coming soon as well. And then Louis Capaldi, so that all of those, I'm thinking maybe we might get one rocks pop or music pop or something, kind of like similar how we've gotten the DJs and the, you know, all the other pops like Steve Aoki and things like that. So maybe we might get some music pops. Here we have a miscellaneous section that I kind of threw in here. So first up we have Godzilla. So Godzilla and King Kong, actually, just to combine them together. So Godzilla and King Kong, they are supposed to have pops coming soon, 10-inch pops, tons of different variants for the new Godzilla versus Kong movie coming soon. So I'm thinking maybe we might see some variants. They've had a lot of con exclusive Godzillas and King Kong, so, you know, why not? Actually, I think they only have one King Kong pop, to my recollection, actually. But they've had a lot of Godzilla variants, so I wouldn't be surprised. Another one is Doolittle. So Doolittle, maybe. Like, the movie was good personally to me with Robert Downey Jr. I know a lot of people didn't like it, and a lot of critics didn't like it, but maybe we might see some Doolittle pops, maybe. And another one is Inspector Gadget. So Inspector Gadget, it's supposed to have pops coming soon with chase variants and things like that, so maybe we could see Inspector Gadget. Might be like one of those random pops to show up. And lastly, guys, I was thinking some Simpsons. So Simpsons, I'm thinking comic book guy. What better to have it at a New York Comic Con than a comic book nerd, you know? I think that would be really cool as an exclusive. Another one would be Chief Wiggum. I think that one would be really great and would sell very well. And lastly, Krusty the Clown. So Krusty the Clown, I say that one just because we're long overdue for a new mold of him. Now, I don't know if they made one recently because they made a lot of Simpsons pops recently, but I would not be surprised if we see a Simpsons pop at New York Comic Con. And lastly, guys, on the list, we have the new Hasbro Retro Toys line that Funko is coming out soon. So these are probably going to come out soon just because I think they were set for September release, I believe so. So that kind of coincides with the fact that New York Comic Con is in October. So possibly, if some of these release already, I'm thinking we might see some flocked metallic scented variants. I'm just saying they're going to milk that Hasbro line as much as they can. so I would not be surprised if we see some more of the variants at New York Comic Con for those ones. Okay guys, so I feel like that video was really long. I did a lot of research for all kinds of pops that might be at New York Comic Con. Now if I don't get at least one of these pops right, then I'm gonna riot, because it's just like, I've said so many in this video. There's so many different ones that are possible to be in this video, so, or in New York Comic Con, so I'm hoping that I got at least 1 or 2 right. I'm really hoping. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think is going to end up at New York Comic Con. I did this video because a lot of people asked me to do like a speculation type video for New York Comic Con, so here it is. I know this is probably a really long video by now, especially when I edit it, it's going to take forever, but I really hope you guys enjoy it, so if you did, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you guys want to see more speculation type videos, I of course can do those in the future, because this was kind of fun. It's a lot of research, but it is definitely fun. But anyways, I want to say a huge shout out to my Patreon subscribers. I appreciate the support so much. You guys are absolutely legendary for supporting the channel, and I appreciate it so much. If you guys want to check out the Patreon to help support the channel, you guys can get Patreon only videos, you guys can even get gifts from me to you, and you guys can get all kinds of cool Patreon only access content and things like that. So make sure to check out the Patreon down below. Also, I want to tell you guys to join my Facebook group and Discord. Really great communities over there. They are buy, sell, and trade, if you guys didn't know that, and you can make a ton of cool friends, so make sure to check those out down below. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where I update you guys the most. Pop photography, all kinds of cool pictures over there, so make sure to go follow me, and make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you do not miss when a video comes out daily. But anyways, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.